That means I'm live. See me? Okay. All right. We had a little bit of a malfunction here on my end. Sorry, everyone. So we're going to begin the class now. So we're going to start with our mat in a long position. Rather than coming to the very short end of the mat, we're going to be standing in the middle of the mat, and the short end will be on your right and left side. So just so that you know, I'm going to be mirroring you. So when I say lift up your right arm, it's going to actually be my left arm, but just listen to what I'm saying. So hopefully you'll be able to follow. And when you look at me, you'll see me going in the same direction as you. So I'm hoping for that. So we're going to start right in the middle of your mat, and we're going to come into Tadasana Mountain Pose. So you want to lift all 10 toes off the floor. Press down into the ball mounds of your toes as your toes lift. See if you can spread your toes as wide as they can go. And then just soften the toes down towards the floor. And once your toes are on the floor, just take a slight rocking forward and then rocking back. Allow your navel to pull into the back of the spine so your abdominal muscles are supporting you as you're doing this rocking forward and back. Make sure that you're breathing in and out through your nose. So if you're familiar with your Ujjayi breath, come to your Ujjayi breath, and then just let your feet come back down to the floor. Pull your belly into the back of the spine. Let your shoulders pull down away from your ears. Let your eyes gently close and turn your palms slightly forward and out. So feel your chest expand, but not really pressing your chest too far forward. Just feeling a gentle squeeze through the shoulder blades. And allow yourself to stand up tall, feeling your arches lifting out from the mat. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes for a few moments here. So just beginning to feel comfortable in this position. Closing your eyes, let your Ujjayi breath move in and out through the back of the throat. Then let your eyes slowly open. Take an inhale, turn your hands all the way up towards the ceiling, lift them up. And exhale, slowly bring them down. Lifting up again, raise the arms all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bringing it down. Let's do that one last time. Lift the arms all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the arms down. And right from here, just roll your right shoulder up towards the ear, back and down. Switching sides, left shoulder. And back and down. Right shoulder lifts. And then left shoulder. And then both shoulders together. Lift them up, roll them back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Lifting again. Inhale. And exhale down. One more. Lift it up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly take it down. Take your left arm, stretch it all the way up to the ceiling, reaching up as high as you can with your fingertips. Take your right hand and hold to your wrist. Turn the left palm towards the ceiling as if you're going to stamp your heel of your hand up towards the ceiling. Pull your belly in, and then taking a side stretch, going all the way over to the right as your left hip gently pushes out. So remember to take your practice and your postures to where it feels comfortable for you. So some of you may feel that you can go deeper into this pose, especially if you haven't been practicing. You want to make sure that you feel comfortable and trust your own body to tell you what it needs. Come back up, lift, inhale. Exhale, bring both arms all the way down. And switching sides, right arm is going to lift all the way up. And reaching up for that right wrist, pressing the heel of the right hand up to the ceiling. Really push it up, pull your shoulders down, squeeze your belly in. Inhale up, and exhale all the way over to the left. And you may notice one side feels more open than the other. And this can be normal, so don't feel that you have to compare and make each side the same. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale, lower the arms all the way down. One more time with the shoulders lifting up to the ears. Roll them back and down. Two more. Lift up. And one more. Shoulders move up. And bring them down. Let's reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. I'm going to open up the wrist as you reach your arms forward. Let your palms face towards the mat. Reach the fingers towards the ceiling, pushing the heels of your hands forward, and then lower the fingers down. And lift the hands. Press through the heels of the hands and lower it down. And lift up and lower. And then just make a circle with your hands from the wrist. Try not to move the arms. Just circle the hands around. Maybe you'll hear cracking sounds. That's all normal. And then go the opposite way. And then bring your hands all the way up, reaching your arms towards the ceiling. And take your hands onto your shoulders. Let your elbows reach towards the ceiling. And let's touch the elbows towards each other and draw them back, squeezing your shoulder blades. And touch your elbows together. And bring them back. And take it together. And back. And then we're just circling back. Lift up, go forward and around. As you make these round circles here, try to touch your elbows, do the best you can. Paying attention to your shoulders, so if there's any pain or any tightness there, just be mindful of that. Then take the circles the other way, lifting them up and circling it around. Opening here, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring it back. Last time, elbows come up and bring it down. And from here, release your arms down. Draw your chin down to your chest. And from here, just slowly take your head over to the right. Just feel that left shoulder pulling down. And then bring your chin back down to the chest and take it over to the left side, dropping the left shoulder down, right shoulder down, sorry. And bring the chin back down to chest, over once again to the right. And bring it down, chin to chest, and over slowly to the left. And bring it back and down. Once your chin comes to the chest, lift your head back up. Raise both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. And we're going to fold forward, so bend your knees. Don't worry about touching the ground. We're going to take it into ragdoll pose, so just separate your legs slightly about hip distance apart. Reach and grab hold of your opposite elbows or to the insides of your elbows. And let yourself just hang here. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, your head is relaxed, or shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And if it feels okay, just sway your body from side to side. Don't judge, just open up, feel and experience what you're feeling. Anytime anything feels too tight or tense or painful, don't feel that you have to continue, just come out of the pose. After rocking from side to side, come to center, hang again, and then just let your arms collapse down. Feel the shoulders and head relaxing. Bring your hands onto your hips, squeeze your elbows towards each other, bend your knees. Pull your belly in and start to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time as you slowly come to stand. As you stack your hips over the ankles, lift your chin comes level to the mat, lifting your head, and bring both arms all the way up. Inhale, and folding down again as you exhale this time. Take your hands and slide them up your shins, lengthening your spine. Take the heels of your hands just below your knees. You don't want to be pushing into your kneecaps. And pull your belly in, feel your tailbone tucking under, so trying to eliminate that lower back arching. Pull your shoulders back away from the ears, turn your head to look to the right. And bring your head center, and turn your head to look to the left. And bring it center, turn to the right, and center, and turn to the left. And center. Put a slight bend in the knees. Bring the hands back onto your hips. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and slowly roll yourself up, coming back and up. Let's take the feet a little bit wider. So a little wider than your hips. We're going to take a forward bend. Coming into the forward bend, we want to make sure that we're protecting our back as well. So we're just going to allow you to bend the knees a little bit. If you have a block, you can always use a block to get your legs to go a little straighter. But from here, take your hands to your hips, Squeeze your shoulder blades together, pull your elbows in, tuck your tailbone under. From here, lift your chest, inhale, pull your belly in. As you exhale, make a hinge from your hips, but keep your belly drawn in. Tuck your tailbone under so that you prevent that lower back from arching. And then once you come down, pull the elbows in, so you're about 90 degrees here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And feel the stretch coming into the back of your legs. Toes are facing forward, so if you turned your toes out, make sure they're forward. And then put a slight bend in the knees and bring the hands down to the mat. And we're going to turn to the right foot to come into a lunge position. So once you're in that lunge position, your right knee is over your ankle, your hands are right around that right foot. Swivel that left leg back as far as you can go comfortably, and then place that knee down onto the mat and flatten your toes. Coming up onto your right thigh, you want to press your tailbone down, tucking your tailbone under, pressing your pelvis down, and letting your hips shoot forward. Lift your chest and gaze upward. Breathe in and out through your nose, making sure the breath is traveling in through the back of your throat. Nice deep inhale and exhale, just holding this stretch. So wherever it feels comfortable, hold. Feel your right knee over the ankle and your left hip flexor getting a stretch. Bring both hands down on either side of your right foot. Curl your back toes and push your buttocks towards that heel. Let your right foot lift up, and you can walk in and sit back onto that left heel if that's comfortable for you. So some of you might not be very super flexible through the hamstrings, so just take it to where you can. Try to straighten that right leg, but put a slight bend in the knee if it feels that's too much of a strain for you. And just sit back and just fold into where you can just relax. So we want to really prepare ourselves to just be comfortable in the poses. So be able to just hold this pose for a few breaths. Really feel your breath traveling in and out through the back of the throat. Relax into the stretch into that right hamstring, and then slowly come back up. And then you're going to lift your left knee off the mat and turn around towards the right foot. So do the best you can, however you can get there. And when you're turning towards that left foot, you want to push back through the right heel and allow that right knee to lower. Make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Bring both hands onto your side and come up. And you want to press your pelvis down, tuck your hips, pulling the hips forward. You want to tuck your buttocks and pull the hips forward. So you're actually tucking your buttocks under. And you're feeling that stretch coming into the right hip flexor. Left knee should be stacked over that left foot. The toes are facing forward. Breathing here, gazing slightly up. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then slowly bring both hands back down onto either side of that left foot, curling your back toes. And as you start to lean your right buttock back towards the heel, the left foot starts to lift. So if this is where you feel comfortable, stay here. Try to flex that left foot just to deepen into the stretch of the back of the leg, the hamstring. If you're feeling very energetic today or feeling that you need a little bit more of a stretch, sit back to that heel and then just fold over the left leg. You want to draw your belly in, tuck your tail. So we don't want to hunch and round. You want to extend and lengthen to pull those shoulders back. And breathe here a few moments. Just enjoy the stretch. Really allowing the body to open up. And slowly walk the hands forward once again. So the hands are around that left foot, raising your right knee. Walk it around, coming back to center, and take it back to that right foot. And then both palms to the floor, step your right leg back, lower the knees to the mat. And we're going to take our first child's pose, resting here. Big toes come together. Draw your tailbone down towards your heels. Rest your forehead. Rest your arms. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes and just breathe here. So you want your big toes to be touching. You want your knees to open up just to give you as much space that you need so that your chest can come down to the mat. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Hold here. Just let everything go. So we're taking this practice a little slow, holding the poses maybe a little longer. So most likely many of you haven't been practicing for a while, or if you have been, very good. Keep yourself moving through your yoga practice is important. And so let's come back up onto all fours. Once again, palms flat, fingers are spread, bringing the palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You want to pull your shoulders back, away from the ears. Let's raise the right leg all the way back and flex the foot, pointing the toes down towards the floor, raising your left arm and extending it up alongside the left ear. Reaching back with that right heel, make sure your hips are square, facing towards the mat. Hold here. Now if you want a little bit more, you can bend that leg at the knee and reach back with your left hand. See if you can still find your balance as you bring your hand back to hold to the top of your foot. Pull your right hip down and see if you can lift the foot up. So you may not be able to find the foot. If you can't, just keep the arm and leg extended. And then if you have your foot, release both the leg and the arm out. Inhale and exhale, bring it down. And then right from here, coming right into cat and cow. So we're going to start with cow. So you're going to curl your toes, tailbone tilts up, head up. And flatten your toes. Draw your navel into the back of the spine, round the back, chin in. Inhale, let the toes curl, tilt it up, head up. And exhale, round the back, toes come flat, draw the chin in. One more time like that, lifting, inhale. And exhale, round the back. And return back to your neutral spine, making sure palms are under the shoulders, fingers are spread wide, knees under your hips. Switching sides, the left leg is going to extend back, and as it goes back, make sure that you turn that hip towards the floor. Just let the leg lift no higher than your hip and flex that left foot, pressing the heel back. When you find your balance, bring the right arm and extend it up towards your ear. Make sure that the crown of your head is long, the tailbone is pressing towards that left heel, and the belly is pulling in. Finding your balance here. If you feel you want a little bit more, bend your leg, reach back with your hand, and find the top of your foot. If you can't find it, then keep your arm and leg extended straight. Draw that hip down, crown of the head faces forward. Nice deep breath here. Find your balance. Stay present. Lift it up a little higher. Inhale, reach and extend the arm forward and back. And exhale, bring the palm under the shoulder, taking your knee back under the hip. Going back into our cat and cow. Curl the toes. Inhale, tail lifts, head up. And exhale, flatten the toes, round the back, draw the chin in. Inhale, curl the toes and lift. And exhale, flatten the toes and round, chin in. One more time like that, raising the tailbone up, head lifts. And exhale, toes come flat, round the back, chin in. Let's take it back to child's pose once again. Bring the big toes together. Open and spread the knees as wide as you need space. Lower the tailbone to your heel. Reach and extend the arms forward and lower the forehead down. Feel that you're trying to push your hips back, to push your hands into the mat to try and push your hips to further back. Feel the stretch opening into the arms, the armpits, the sides of your the sides of your body. And breathe here. Nice deep inhale and exhale, holding in your child's pose. Couple more breaths. Stay here. Then we're going to take it up to our first down dog position. So your arms are extended forward. You want to keep them facing forward right where they are. Then lift your head. Raise your arms completely off the mat. Feel your palms pressing down into the floor. And then come back up onto your knees and draw your knees in closer to each other as you curl your toes. Lift your knees and stretch your tailbone back and up. Drop your head. Push through your heels. As you're pressing through the heels, let's raise the heels way up. So lift to your tippy toes, but keep your back long, and then press through the heels again. So you don't want to rock your body forward and back. You just want to feel that you're raising the toes and pushing the heels, lifting. So you're lifting your heels way up. As your heels push down, your toes lift, feeling the calves getting a nice stretch. Anytime this feels a little bit too much, come back to child's pose. You don't have to keep up with me. Just listen to your own body. Bringing it back down onto all fours, back into tabletop position. Palms are flat, fingers spread wide. So now we're going to take the fingers and turn them to face inward. Going to work a little bit on our upper body. Make sure your knees are still under your hips. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to pull the belly in, and you're going to take your nose down in between the fingers as you bring yourself down. This is a cat bow, so you're going to come back up. Keep pulling your belly in. Elbows splay out to the side. Keep the belly in. Draw the nose or the chin down in between the fingers. And do this a couple more times. Keep letting those elbows splay out to the side. And one more time, bring it all the way down. And come back up to center. And turn your fingers forward once again. And we're going to come back up into that down dog. So make sure your hands are a little further away to the front of the mat, not directly under the shoulders. Curl your toes and lift up. And we're going to walk the feet all the way to the hands. So just continue to walk, and we're going to find our way to the middle of the mat once again. And then from here, separate your feet about hip distance apart. Slide your hands up the shins, lengthen your spine. Inhale, exhale, fold. Drop your head and hold in your forward bend. Take a nice deep breath in. Make sure that you feel your hips lifting up towards the ceiling, pulling the belly into the back of the spine. Head hangs. So from here, coming into Utkatasana, which is chair pose. So put a slight bend in your knees. Really bend your knees. We're going to prepare by feeling the chest resting on the thighs. Just let your hands come somewhere on your legs. Keep bending the knees, and then just lift the hips, drop the head. Again, bend the legs at the knees. Keep the chest on your sides as you try to draw your tailbone down towards the floor, and slowly lift it back again. And breathe. So try to keep thinking of your chest on your thighs as best you can, and lifting the hips up. Next time we bend the legs, you're going to bring your tailbone towards the floor and sweep your arms out to the side and lift them up the chair. So the legs are bent. You want to pull your knees back. Look down and make sure you can see your big toes. Pull your belly in, reaching through the fingertips. So you want to stretch up through the fingers. So if you want, you can start to face towards the camera instead of facing the side, just so that you can see. Hold here, one more breath, inhale, and then exhale, hands come to prayer. Bring the thumbs into the center of your heart. See if you can bring those hips just down a little lower. One more inhale, exhale, and then lift up, inhale. Lift your fingers all the way up to the ceiling. Stretch all the way up. Open your arms out to the side, coming back to your mountain pose. As you turn the palms forward, big toes together, shoulders down away from the ears. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Check in. Just make sure that you're breathing comfortably. Anytime that you feel that your breath is a little bit more labored, take child's pose, take a rest. Closing your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Now we're going to take some standing poses. So everyone, if you are facing towards the shorter end of your mat, come so that you're in the middle of the mat lengthwise with your fingers being able to come to the shorter end of the mat. So you're in the middle of your mat. We're going to take our warrior poses. So both feet are together. Make sure that you're in the middle of the mat. And then just step your legs out. You're going to take your right foot and turn it towards the right as you angle the toes towards that short end of your mat. Bend your right leg at the knee and make sure you have enough space so that the knee is right over your ankle. Ground down into the edge of that left foot. And then open the arms out in T. Lift your shoulders up to the ears and then release the shoulders down, pulling the shoulder blades together. Let that right knee open out to the outer side of the leg and reach and extend through the fingers. You want to try and make sure your shoulders are stacked over your hips. So you don't want to be leaning over towards that thigh. So press your pelvis down. Feel the opening coming into the inner thighs. We're going to straighten the right leg. Inhale. And then bend it going a little deeper. Exhale. So giving yourself permission to open more a little bit in through the inner thighs. Just see where it works for you and trust what you're feeling. Really breathe in and then go a little deeper and then hold. So when the posture starts to shake, that means our body's really looking for the strength that it needs. So when the body starts to shake, we're looking for that strength. So it doesn't mean that you have to come out. You may find that you're really feeling that quiver in the thigh. Try to just hold it one more breath. We're going to reverse the warrior here so the legs are staying exactly where they are, stable, as the left arm comes down and the right arm stretches up. Now the right side of your body is getting a nice stretch. We prepared ourselves earlier for these stretches. Try to reach the arm over towards that side wall or towards the left. Look up towards your inner elbow. And then straighten the leg and then bend it one more time. Nice and slow, taking it a little deeper if you can. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. And exhale, letting that inner thigh rotate to the outer side. And then bring both arms back into your warrior 2 position. Straighten the leg. And we're going to turn that right foot more towards the left side of your mat and turn the whole left foot to the front of your mat so that your toes are completely facing the front of the mat, not the angled corner of the mat. And then from here, pull your belly in. Tuck your tail down towards the mat. Bend the left leg at the knee. And the knee should not be beyond your toes. So if you have a very short stance and your knee is here over the toes, either take your right leg back more or wiggle that front foot a little further forward. Make sure you feel the rotation of the inner thigh rotating to the outer side. Lift your shoulders up to the ears. Inhale. And exhale, relax the shoulders, sinking down a little more. Opening up your inner thighs. We're going to straighten that left leg. Inhale. And exhale, take it a little deeper, grounding through the edge of your right foot. Try not to roll into the arch of that right foot. The leg is nice and strong. The leg is not bent. One more time, straighten the leg and go a little bit deeper. Gaze should be down the fingers of your left hand. Your shoulders are not hunched to the ears. Your tailbone is pressing down. Your belly is in. One more breath here. Inhale. And on your exhale, reversing our warrior so the right hand comes down. Left palm turns up. And as we reach that arm up and over, feel that left hip dropping away from the rib cage. Feeling that stretch opening into the side body. Gazing up towards your inner elbow and continue to reach the fingers. Feel that stretch. Ease your way back up if you don't feel that you're comfortable holding it in this deep. So go as deep as you feel and trust yourself. Coming back to your warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. Straighten the leg. And then bring both arms up as your toes angle toward the longer side of your mat. Bring both arms up. We're going to take it into a squat. So arms go out into goalposts. Keep your elbows lined up with your shoulders. Tuck your tail under. Turn those toes so that they're angled out more to the sides, not forward. You're going to bend the legs at the knees. Push your knees back. Pull your belly in. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Working on strengthening the inner thighs. Pushing those knees back. Pull your shoulder blades together. Draw the shoulders down. Now from here, we're going to take the arms and we're going to take eagle arms. So if you're not familiar with that, we can bring the hands to the shoulders. So we're going to start by taking the left arm and it's going to come underneath the right. and then you're going to wrap the arms around. So if this is a little too much, you're going to bring the left arm under and just hold to your shoulders. So you're still in that squat position. So from here, your hands come to eagle arms or to hold to the shoulders. From here, inhale, stand straight up. Exhale, squat it down, bring your tailbone lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring it down, take it low. And lift up again, inhale. And exhale, take it down. Coming all the way up, we're going to switch arms. So you're going to unravel your arms, bringing them all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, arms out. And this time, right elbow underneath the left. And if you can't wrap the hands around to touch, just hold to your opposite elbows. Pull the shoulders down. Bend the knees. Push those knees towards the back. And stand straight up. Inhale. Exhale, press down. And lift. Inhale. Exhale, press it down. And coming back up. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take both arms out to the side. Lift them up. Bring your arms all the way down and heel toe your feet together. So coming back to your mountain pose, bring your big toes to touch. Turn your palms slightly open towards the front. Shoulders down, close your eyes. Check in with how you're feeling. So you may feel an increased heart rate. That means you're really just starting to move the energy through your body. So you should feel a little bit of an accelerated heart rate after you move through your practice. And you can continue going through the practice, keeping that heart rate elevated as long as you're doing challenging poses. So we're going to hold our mountain pose just a little while longer. Close your eyes, check in, and trust that you're doing everything that you need to do today for yourself. So it's important to really connect with your breath. The breath starts to bring your mind into a quieter place if you focus on your breathing. And so now, especially when we feel that we might not really be in control of certain things, we can be in control of our breath. So taking a few minutes out of your day just to listen to your breath, find some quiet time to breathe, help to just feel you're bringing yourself back to center. So we're just now going to prepare for a balancing pose. So make sure your eyes open, and you're just going to still stay right at the middle of the mat, taking tree pose. So tree pose is a balance on one leg, and so we're going to start on the left leg first. So in order to create balance, we want to create the balance in the foundation of the balancing pose, which is our foot. So you want to spread the toes on your left foot. As you push down into the ball mound of the toes are lifted, spread them wide, and then bring them down softly without feeling a grip. And once your toes come down, feel as if you're lifting out of that left ankle, lifting out of the arch, letting that belly pull in tight to the back of the spine. Start to shift the weight over to the left and just take your right ankle to that left heel with your knee pointing out to the side. And so you want to try and feel that the toes are off the mat. Every once in a while, if you feel that you need to bring the foot down to take that balance, to get the balance again, bring the toe down, but then bring the foot back up. So for those of you who have been practicing for a while, maybe the foot comes right into the inside of your shin, or maybe you can grab the foot and take it right into the inside of your thigh, pushing the foot into the thigh pushes into the foot, and then find your balance for your tree as your hands come to prayer. And breathe. Just find your balance. If you fall out, don't take it so serious. Just take your time to come back. Create the balance for yourself. And then if you're feeling strong here, maybe you want to add a little bit more, open the arms out. Just take them, extend them out, way up towards the corners of the room, and spread your fingers wide as if energy is reaching from the tips of your fingers, as if your fingers are the leaves that are reaching towards the sun. And then bring your hands together into prayer. Slowly bring it back to the center of your heart. And then let that leg come back down. So now that left foot may feel a lot of tension, so go ahead and shake it out. Rotate the ankle. And come to stand back in mountain pose as you just stand here noticing the flow of energy in that standing leg. We want to make sure that we balance everything out. That's why we have to always do the right and the left. One side may be a little weaker than the other, but we just try to feel that we can balance it out. Close your eyes, just hold, just finding that breath once again. So just trusting that the other side will be whatever it needs to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then slowly opening your eyes if they happen to be closed. So we're going to shift now over to the right foot. So your right toes are going to lift off the floor. Really feel that you're pressing down firmly into the ball mounds of the foot, of the toes. And then as you spread those toes, place them down without gripping the mat. Feel the ankle lifting away from the mat as the arch lifts and lengthening through that right leg. When you feel ready, just take your left heel towards the ankle, but try to keep the toe from touching, the big toe from touching the floor. Every once in a while, if you feel you need to, you can bring it down, but then try to keep bringing it back up. So we're trying to find where our balance is, and it changes day to day. So maybe you can take it to the inside of your shin, or maybe you can reach up and slowly bring it into the inside of your thigh. So just take your posture wherever it is for you as your hands come to prayer. Make sure that knee that's lifted is more towards the side of the room rather than the front of the room. So you want to open your knee out. So your left knee opens towards the back. Hands are in prayer. If you're feeling strong here, you can bring your arms, taking them all the way up, lifting through the fingers, shoulders down. Spread those fingers wide. Gaze is forward. And then bring your hands back to prayer. And bring the hands to the center of your heart. And then release the leg down. And arms release and shake out your standing leg. Rotate that foot around. Come right back to your mountain pose. Stand up tall. Close your eyes. Say goodbye to your balancing pose. And breathe here. So just hopefully feeling the result of your practice so far. Feeling that you're open through pretty much all parts of your body. And let your eyes slowly open. Let's bring both arms all the way up. Inhale, stretching up. We're going to spread those feet wide again. Toes are facing towards the front of your mat. So not to the smaller side, but to the bigger side. So you're going to lift up. You're going to take the arms out to the side, hinge from your hip, and bring your hands down onto the floor. You want to try and get your back to be nice and long. Try and keep those legs straight. But if you don't have a block, you can put a slight bend in the knees, but you want to try and keep your tailbone pushing back. The posture really should be a straight leg pose. With your left hand on the floor or a block, your right arm is going to stretch up for a little bit of a twist, looking up towards the ceiling, looking up towards your right thumb. Now, if this feels comfortable and you want to take your twist a little further, you can wrap your arm around, holding and finding the left thigh or the hip, and look up towards the ceiling. Direct both hips down towards the floor. So you're going to really feel this more in your left hamstring. And then release that right arm, stretch it up, and we're going to reverse, bringing that right hand right where the left is, and stretching the left arm all the way up. Direct the hips down, and then if you're comfortable here and want a little deeper, you can certainly take the arm around and wrap it around to hold to the top of your right thigh or right hip. Pay attention to your shoulder. If it's tweaking your shoulder too much, keep your arm lifted, or you can just keep the hand on the back or your hip, whatever feels good for you. Release, both arms come down. And we're going to walk over to a lunge on the right side, so turn the right toes forward. Coming back into this runner's lunge, push back through that heel. And we're going to just rock forward and back. Just let those hips that are already open, just let them stay there. Stay nice and open. And then turning the other way and going to the left side now. Turn the toes, come onto the ball of your right foot, and just kind of rock forward and back. So now bring that right knee down to the mat and do the best you can to take yourself into a child's pose. Big toes together. Draw your forehead to the floor. Stretch your arms forward. Rest your arms. Relax your hips. Let your buttocks come towards the heels. Breathe. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. So let's come back up onto all fours in tabletop position and just bring your knees in a little closer. Cross your legs behind you and come to sit down onto your buttocks. So we're just going to take a little bit of a twist here. We had a standing twist just earlier with our legs apart. Now we're just going to take a seated twist. So you want to bring both hands onto your knees, draw your navel in, relax the shoulders, and keep the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, chin level with the mat. Close your eyes for a moment and connect with your breath. And just experience the stillness of your body and your mind. And then let the eyes slowly open. Take your hands into a prayer position. Raise both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. And let's take the arms out to the side. You want to draw the shoulders down. You're going to turn towards the right knee and bring your left hand onto your knee with the right hand coming behind you. So taking a nice twist. Draw the shoulders down. Close your eyes. So take a few moments just to notice your breathing. Notice how the breath fills your body. So really fully attentive to your breath, experiencing whatever it is you're experiencing without judging. And keep that breath smooth and even. And then let your eyes open. Take both arms all the way up and open out to the center again. Arms out to the side. And then raise both arms up. I'm going to take the right hand to the left knee as the left hand comes behind and lengthen your spine. So you want to make sure that you're long through the spine. Your tailbone is pressing down to the floor. Your shoulders are pulling down away from your ears. And let your eyes close. And the same thing as on the other side. Closing your eyes, take a moment to just experience the twist. Nice squeeze here. So twists really help to release the toxins from the body. So it's good to squeeze our internal organs to kind of really manipulate them to make them kind of more functional. Just giving them a nice squeeze creates a fresh flow of blood back into the organs when we release out of the twist. So one more inhale, lifting the arms up. And as you exhale, come forward. Bring your hands down to the mat. So you're still facing the smaller edge. I just turned around so that you could see me. And just let your hands come to the tips of the fingers out to the sides of your hips. So you're raising way high up onto the tips of the fingers. Pull your belly into the back of the spine. Let your shoulders pull down away from the ears. And just close your eyes. Take a moment to feel that you're connected and grounded to the earth. So when we allow ourselves to be grounded, we really feel that we're strong. We have a root of sense of being grounded and rooted down. And it helps us really establish the strength that we need. And so anytime that you feel that you need to ground, you can come here and just feel the fingertips reaching down. Let your eyes slowly open, and we're going to roll ourselves down onto the mat. So however you can get there, whichever side you're facing is fine. You want to roll down. And as you come down, pull your knees in towards your buttocks. You want your lower back to push down into the floor. So pull your navel into the back of the spine. Feel a tilt in your pelvis. And let your feet stay flat on the mat. Let's raise the right leg all the way up to the ceiling and flex the foot. Push the heel all the way up and feel your right hip pulling down to the floor, grounding that hip down as the right foot extends. And then from here, relax the leg and just place the ankle above that right thigh. So your left leg was lifted, or whatever leg you feel comfortable. You'll just switch it over. And just let that ankle stay on top of that bended leg. And the leg that is on top, just take your hand and push to the knee to open that hip up a little bit more. So if your right leg is up top, bring the right hand to the right knee and push to open the hip. Then bring the hand back down and raise that right foot off the floor, or left foot. Whatever foot is on the floor, you're going to lift it up. And once it's there, if you feel that you want a little bit more of a deeper stretch, thread the hands behind your thigh and then pull in so that you feel that thigh pressing nicely into that ankle to open that hip up nice and open, pushing that knee forward. And then raising that leg all the way up. So your left leg goes up, press through the heel. If you want a little bit more stretch, if you feel that you need a little more, you can reach for the back of your calf and pull in. You should feel really deep into that stretch in that right hip. And then slowly slide your hands back down as that foot comes back to the floor, keeping the ankle just on top of that thigh, both arms out to the side. So if it's your right knee on the thigh, we're going to take it over to the right. If it's your left, you're going to take it to the left. So inhale, pull your navel into the back of the spine, take your twist. And so that right ankle stays connected to the thigh, or left ankle, whichever you have. And then reach for your hand to maybe go a little deeper and bring your gaze over that extended arm that's out in T position. Close your eyes and just breathe. Let go where you are. Enjoy the twist. And a few more breaths here, letting go even a little deeper. Really experience the space that you're creating in your body. Remembering to trust that it's doing what it needs to do. Return your head center, open your eyes if they're closed, come back up and keep that ankle right where it is. And we're just going to push into that left foot and raise your hips up just to where they're comfortable. Lift up and then lower it down. And bring that right foot or left foot, whatever was on top, back down and switching sides. So we're going to start first by raising the other leg all the way up. So for me, it's my left leg. You're going to press through the heel, lifting up, and really draw that left hip down to the mat. Keep that heel pushing up to feel the stretch through the whole leg. And then soften the leg and the foot and bring the ankle just above the knee. And then go ahead and take that left hand and push to that knee, open the hip. So if it's your right leg that's up, you're pushing with the right hand. If your left leg is up, you're pushing with the left. Just open your hip to where you can breathe through it and feel comfortable. Maybe you don't need that extra stretch with the hand. Maybe you're getting enough with just keeping the foot there. So do what feels comfortable for you. And then release the hand down and bring that left leg up or right leg up. So you want to press through the heel. And now that thigh pushing into the ankle gives you a little bit more of a stretch into that left hip. If you want even more, you can interlace the fingers behind your right calf or reach up to the foot, wherever you need to go. Keep drawing the lower back to the floor. And just breathe. So if this isn't good, you don't have to hold on. You can bend the leg back down if you want. And then slowly release your hand from your calf or your foot and lower it down. And keeping that foot on the mat, keeping the ankle on top of the thigh, both arms in T. And now you're going to take that twist to the right. So if the left leg is on top, you're twisting to the right. If your right leg is on top, you're twisting to the left. Keep that shoulder, both shoulders down. And let your right hand come on top of that knee, or left hand, wherever your stretch is. And look down the fingers of that extended arm, the arm that's still in T position. So for me, it's my left arm, my shoulder is down. And then bringing that head back to center, both arms in T. Slowly come back up with the ankle staying on top of the thigh. And just reposition if you need to. Pull your belly into the back of the spine. And then we're going to lift the hips and butt up off the floor. Lift it up. And then slowly bring it down, keeping your belly in. And release your foot down. Both knees hug into your chest. Rock slowly from side to side. So we got a nice twist in and opened up our hips. So we're going to now just bring both feet back to the floor. Make sure your lower back is pressing into the mat. Take your hands right onto your belly and connect the tips of your index finger and the tips of your thumbs together so they make a little diamond shape. Just bring the thumbs right into the navel and let the palms rest to the lower belly. Tuck your hips under. Make sure your lower back is flat. And as your hips tuck under, you're going to just breathe into the belly. So take a nice deep breath in as your belly pushes into your palms. Really expand out that belly as much as you can. And then as you exhale, pull the lower back into the floor, releasing the belly away from your palms. And again, inhale, push the belly into the palms. And exhale, pull the belly away. Do this a few more times. Close your eyes and really just connect with your breathing. Let the rest of your body feel that it's relaxed and trust that you're doing everything the way it should be. Nice breath. And then slowly, one more time, taking your inhale as you push the belly into your palms. And when you exhale, let the belly pull away from the palms and lower your arms back down alongside you. Hug the knees back into your chest and just kind of rock once again, massaging your lower back. We're going to finish here with our bridge pose. So with your feet flat on the floor, if you do have a block, sometimes it's easier to be in a supported bridge pose. So next time I'll bring my block. I forgot it this time. So you can rest the block underneath your sacrum. You want to make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Your toes are facing towards the smaller edge of your mat. So they're not angled out to the side. They're not pigeon toes. The knees are not together. Legs are about hip distance apart. Keep your arms right alongside your body, palms facing down. Pull your navel into the back of the spine. So you're going to feel a little bit of a pelvic tilt. You want to push your belly into the back of the spine and just gently lift your hips up off the floor. And again, here's a good time to take the block if you have it and place it underneath your lower back. And then just keep lifting the hips just to where you're comfortable. Close your eyes and you want to breathe here. So lifting your hips. Nice deep breath in and out. Close your eyes. Anytime you feel that you need to, if you're feeling too much strain in your back, you can lower down, then rejoin, come back when you're ready. So it's not set in stone that you have to hold all these poses, but be mindful that when you hold them, you develop your strength and your flexibility. So just try to breathe through them. Of course, if you're in pain, you want to make sure that you come out of the pose. Yoga should not be about practicing painful postures. They should feel that they're opening you up for new discoveries on your journey. So lower yourself all the way back down. One more hug with your knees, drawing the knees into the chest. And as you hold here, your knees are pulling into the chest. Inhale, lift your nose all the way up to your knees. Squeeze your belly into the back of the spine. And then just send your right leg straight out, flex the foot. So I'm mirroring you. You want to let the heel just hover over the mat. Pull that left thigh into your chest. Flex both feet and pull the thigh into your chest. Let that extended leg just hover. Keep your chin lifted up towards your knee. Chest lifted. And then switch sides. Keep your head lifted. Hold on to the right shin. Pull the thigh into your chest and extend that left leg straight out. Let it hover over your mat and flex both feet. Working on strengthening the abdominal muscles here. And we're going to switch sides once again. Pull it in, lift, and then switch sides and pull in and switch again. And one more time, you're going to hold on to that left side shin, pushing the right heel, and both knees come in. Lower your back down and bring your feet to the floor. Just relax here. So taking time now to come into our Shavasana. Final pose in our yoga practice is when we lie down and let everything that we did just settle into the body. So extend your legs out. If you have any props that help you feel more comfortable, you can go ahead and find any of those props. So if you're at home, maybe a blanket is accessible, so it's good to feel very warm and comfortable. Anything that can come underneath your thighs as you lie down will help you feel more relaxed when you're lying on the floor. Or if you don't have anything, you can bend one leg or both legs, but eventually you do want to have your legs as they extend out. Let the knees open out to the sides. Take your arms away from your body, turning your palms towards the ceiling, and then let your shoulder blades just squeeze together. Close your eyes and just begin to relax now. So let go. Don't go back to what you weren't able to do. Just acknowledge what you were able to do and find joy in that. So if we keep living our lives and being in what we expect, we might miss the opportunities, or might miss those enjoyable advancements that we make. So just really be in the moment every time you practice. Don't get discouraged if you feel that you can't do a pose. Remember, we are where we need to be. Just trust the process. So let go, close your eyes. Let your body sink deeper and deeper into the earth. No more work now. Everything is done. Feel your body as it begins to grow heavier and heavier, sinking deep and deep. Let every single muscle of your body relax. Feeling peace and serenity entering your body with each inhale. And letting go of anything that does not serve you with your exhale. Breathing in peace and serenity. And letting everything go that does not serve you as you exhale. Feel more and more relaxed. And to continue to go a little deeper in your relaxation, allow yourself to invite in beautiful golden light of energy. See a bright light, whatever you can imagine, this bright light that you see. Maybe it's a sun ray, rays of the sun, a beautiful candle, a glowing star, any light that you can connect with, and invite that light in. Feel it moving through your body, starting in your mind's eye. See that light opening your mind to anything that's possible. Feel the light opening into softness through your face, through your jaw, through your neck and shoulders. Inviting in that light to travel down through the shoulders and your arms, elbows, wrists, and to the fingers, down to the very tips of the fingers. Let the breath draw in that beautiful light that you've created and sending it to your chest, and around the back, through the shoulder blades, down the lower back to the sacrum, and allow that light to wrap around your ribs and your belly. Releasing into that light and finding peace and serenity here. Breathe as you let that light flow through your whole upper body. Let that light begin to travel from the belly out, expanding through the hips into the buttocks, wrapping around through the pelvis area, and then sending that light gently down through your thighs, front and back, and the kneecaps and behind the knees. Let that light slowly travel through the shins and calves, allowing it to reach through your ankles, the soles of your feet, to the tips of your toes. Feel yourself as you become one with this light, healing energy. Breathe that light in, letting go of anything that does not serve you. Stay here for another few moments as you relax in stillness with this beautiful light, healing, making you healthy, making you peaceful. And as you follow the sound of the chime, slowly recognize your body resting on the mat, noticing just how you're feeling at this moment, no judging. When you're ready, start to feel your fingers and toes begin to gently move as you start to re-enter your physical body, coming back to the here and now, noticing how you feel open, peaceful, and calm. Taking and hugging your knees, pulling them into your chest, and slowly rock from side to side. Just massage your back. And then when you're ready, roll yourself all the way over to the right side of your mat, or whatever side is facing the video, and just lower yourself down into a nice position here, fetal position, resting your head on the extended arm. Notice how you feel. Thank yourself for coming to your practice here. And using your top hand, slowly push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. So whatever feels right for you, your legs can stay crossed. Sit up nice and tall. And allow your hands to come into prayer position right to the center of your heart. And just notice how your mind is feeling, maybe clearer, maybe less worrisome, maybe more present. Noticing how your body is feeling too. And remembering to trust the whole process of your practice, because it does work. The longer you practice, the more you see these results. And maybe even just if this is your first class, you can feel that you feel much more comfortable right now, or more open. Even if you felt that this class might have been a little challenging for you, remember you're on your own journey, and just to accept wherever you are. So we'll close with one Om. I always like to do that at the end of the class. So if you'd like to join in, you can join in. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Om. And slowly, gently lower your chin to your chest as you take this opportunity to bow to that light and love that shines within you, and know that that light and love shines brightly within each and every one of us. Namaste. Again, thank you very much for joining. I hope to see you at the next session. Bye-bye, everyone. Okay, so I ended the live video, but it says if you end this live video now, you'll be able to choose if you want to save or delete it. Now she's going to be posting this up there, so I have to save it.
I guess.
So I guess I should call her.
But I'm going to be going to Costco.
I know that. Can you wait until I'm done?
All right, we'll go ahead.
Hi. Okay, so oh yeah, it was? Oh, okay. Okay, good. All right. So now it says if you want to, end this live video, I ended it, and it says you'll be able to choose if you want to save it. So I have to save it because you're going to be putting it on the website, right? Save it. Okay. Okay. All right. So it worked out good. You could see me okay, and everything worked out all right? Yeah? Okay. Okay, we'll do the same. And then Monday, I think that's the Yoga Nidra too, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thanks. I'm glad it worked. Okay. I know. It's a learning experience. Yeah, I know. If it wasn't for him, yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. All right. I'll talk to you soon, Kelly. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I mean, realistically,
She thanked you too.
you don't even need your Facebook then for this.
I don't need my Facebook. I'm
No.
going onto their Facebook.
Yeah, so you don't need anybody's Facebook.
No.
You're using their Facebook.
Yeah.